So I'm very excited to bring you this Thursday afternoon market recap. Hallelujah. Finally, the markets have broken above, or at least one market in particular has broken above the macro resistance levels, which we've been paying attention to for the entirety of 2015. The Nasdaq today has broken above our long trigger at 4,838. Not only has it done it on price, it has also achieved this on extreme sentiment. You can see the open window. The difference between Wednesday's and Thursday's market is or has resulted in a gap up. This is extremely bullish for the overall markets. When you see such a strong resistance level and then to see the market gap above that resistance and not only hold it but continue in the direction of the open window, this has got some very strong bullish sentiment. And looking forward, at least into February, we're expecting the markets to continue. The Nasdaq is leading the Dow Jones at the moment. The Dow Jones has yet to break above the swing highs in late December. It's close, and we're expecting this to follow, of course, the Nasdaq. When I bring up the S&P 500, this is a little bit more developed. It is closer to the swing high. I'll zoom in just so you can see this comparison. It is much closer to that swing high in late December. It only has a couple of points, so I'm still paying attention to that 2,101 level. Once we break above this swing high, and also the Dow Jones Industrial Average confirms these markets should continue in the bullish trajectory. At least it's looking very healthy. It's looking very good. I'm excited to see at least the results in the world of trading in February and March 2015 to begin with. This may set up a longer bullish trend, which may again transition further into 2015. I'll keep you updated as the markets progress, but as at this Thursday afternoon, it's an exciting time at least to be a trader. Let's go and recap some of these stocks. Aapl today has continued in the bullish direction. You can see right here, we had our entry at 120.96. We had very strong continuation on Wednesday. We had another gap up on Wednesday. Today's candle is what we call a spinning top. It may be the first indication that price is going to slow. Now, if you really want to lock in profit, be an aggressive trader when it comes to stops, you could effectively put your stop right here at about $125.40. But given the nature of the overall markets, how strong they are looking, I'm going to sit back and trade this a little bit more passively. I'm going to keep my trigger down here about 122.37 to exit Aapl, and instead I'm going to trail or follow this trade with the exponential moving averages. I'm going to trail my stop when the 10 or in line with the 10 or the 20 exponential moving average. So in other words, as we move into Friday's trading session, I'm going to let it be. All right, I'm going to give Aapl the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to keep my stop at 122. I'm going to keep a lot of my profit on the table still. Still have that target, by the way, around $130 a share to begin with. But I'm just going to let it be. Just let Aapl do its thing and essentially wait for it to move in conjunction with the overall markets. When we're talking about tech stocks such as Apple, Amazon, Netflix, a lot of these are still poised to break out. You know my trigger on Amazon, that hasn't changed from that pro analysis class. Baba is finding macro support at the IPO lows. I'm still looking to short this upon confirmation. It's still incredibly weak. We're still setting up those lower highs and also lower lows. So pay attention to Baba. It's not necessarily a long trade, which I'm very excited about. It's just sort of bumping into macro support. Baidu, what I'll do, I'll give you an update on this trade in that pro private area. Caterpillar today is really doing nothing. It's up 0.04. It's just moving sideways. Again, we hit our target and we're just waiting for this to shake out before we get again that long or the short trade. It's not there yet. FAS continuing above that long trigger. You can see here 120.92. First target 127.65. Personally, I'm not in FAS. I missed this trade. So again, if you're in this, move your stops up, move it below today's candlestick. Let's move into Facebook. Facebook today is just continuing to move sideways, hasn't triggered either up or down. It's one of those wait and see trades. Google today has triggered to the upside. 547.30 was my entry. It appears as if we are finally breaking above this wedge. Target is 560 or just shy of 560 up here. So at the moment, I placed my stop below the lows, about 535. Let this trade run. It's looking very good in a very strong market. GoPro today, again, it's potentially setting up what we call a bear flag. Pay attention to Tuesday's trading session. That's going to be when the lockup of shares occurs after, of course, the bank holiday on Monday. So pay attention to GoPro. There's a few fundamental types of things which could weigh down on the price of GoPro short term. And if it does, I mean, there's some very, very nice lower targets still. $41.37 targets on the downside. Halliburton today still getting into that sideways funk, a little bit messy, similar to that of Caterpillar. No real great directional trade on that particular stock. Netflix, you've got my entry on that as per the Pro class. I've actually updated that, and I'm not going to make it public here right now, but you can probably at least visualize part of it. And my explanation, you'll get an updated version of the Netflix trade in the Pro over the weekend. Tesla, I will give you an update on in the Pro private area as well. So stay tuned. Sign in maybe 30 minutes or so. That update will be up. And to conclude with, we have Twitter. Twitter today is holding that level. It's looking very, very good. This looks like a stair-step continuation pattern. Pay attention to the 10 exponential moving average. If price doesn't break out before then, when price touches the low of the candlestick, you'll see immediately buying action results. So I think it's a matter of time until Twitter at least breaks out to the upside. So pay attention to that particular trade. That's the Thursday afternoon market recap. I hope you're having a great trading week. Really, again, Apple has rewarded us exponentially this week. It's your decision what you choose to do. I've obviously told you how I'm trading Apple, and I'm just seeing if it wants to continue in the bullish breakout. There's nothing saying that it won't, but given today's candlestick is spinning top, it's the first indication that price may be beginning to slow, so pay attention to that. All the best traders right around the world. Have a great Thursday evening. I'll see you over the weekend in that Pro analysis class. All the best. Goodbye.